Aloha! Well, I hope you can hear me. The sound of this rushing water is loud. But I think the last one I was shouting, so I'm going to try not to shout and hope that the voice comes through here. Um, this is Tom Lesher with the Weekly Pele Report. This is a weekly astrological forecast, and this is for the week of June 8th, 2011. And if you've been listening to previous reports, you will know we are in the midst of an eclipse cycle, and life is a rush. That's why I'm down here at the rushing water. I hope you get the feeling that it is a rush. There's a lot going on. Venus actually moves from Taurus into Gemini tomorrow, Thursday, which is going to speed things up even faster, baby. We are coming into a super fast time, and you know, speed is interesting. Time is interesting. You know, when it feels like time is going faster, there's less time to spend thinking about things. And we get thrown into chaos, thrown into crisis, thrown into emergencies. This is a real time. You know, the eclipse, like I spoke of last week, is bringing in new energy. It's a time for new ways of thinking, new ways of making decisions, new ways of learning. And it's time to, you know, when we're faced with emergencies, when we're faced with crisis, when we're faced with the unknown, you know, the unpredictable events thrown upon us like these eclipses will do, it's a time of cultivating and developing other means, other ways, other senses. We have to be very astute. We have to be very aware and awake, ready to move, you know, ready to shift, you know, like a deer or like a mouse or like a chicken, you know, choo, 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 choo. You know, you got to be fast, you got to be quick, you got to be alert. This is Gemini. Yeah, and this is the Sun conjunct Mercury conjunct the South Node, and particularly then the Moon's going to move into Sagittarius, you know, next week, and on Wednesday we're going to have a total lunar eclipse. Totally, you know, charged, energized. But, you know, before that, I want to get a little bit into this weekend because Friday, Saturday, Sunday is very powerful. Venus comes into a square with Chiron and Neptune. The Moon moves into Scorpio Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday, and it opposes Jupiter while it's there. On Monday, it comes into an opposition with Mars. So what are we talking about here? Very interesting. This Sun conjunct Mercury, South Node of the Moon. For this lunar eclipse, this whole week is about going out of your mind. Gemini is the left brain, linear, logical, rational mind and thinking. The South Node of the Moon is the old way. What needs to go, what needs to be released to allow for the new. Moon conjunct North Node in Sagittarius, conjunct the galactic center. Nonetheless, hello, this isn't just an ordinary lunar eclipse. This is connected to the galactic center, which is the source of cosmic intelligence ordering this particular solar system. This is a time to open your left brain, open your intuition, get outside your logical, linear, rational mind and open up your senses. Preparing us for this eclipse, just before Wednesday, just before that eclipse at 23 degrees Gemini Sagittarius, the Moon is moving through Scorpio and opposing Jupiter and Taurus, and then into Sag opposing Mars in Gemini. What does that mean? That means that the way to prepare the new sensory perception, the new opening, is through Jupiter, through Taurus, through our physical bodies, through our 5 physical senses. I want to encourage you to get your bodies flexible, pliable, sensitive. This can be through a lot of sex. This can be through like holding a yoga position longer than you've ever held it. Sailing and feeling the wind hit your face, and tapping into the source and the force of the wind, or riding your bicycle faster, or leaning it over farther than you've ever leaned it before, going outside the realm of comfort, going outside your normal, usual, comfortable zone. Get uncomfortable, you know, ride that surf, faster than you ever have, or do something physical, lift a heavier weight than you've ever lifted, or bend down lower than you've ever bent before, go outside your comfort zone, into your fear, into tension, into the edge. This is dealing with forces beyond your control. This is the moon moving through Scorpio and taxing, pushing that Jupiter in Taurus and that, Mars in Gemini outside where you usually exist, how you usually feel. And then feel. Venus squaring Chiron and Neptune, this can actually go back to energy that you have felt back in late March, right after the tsunami. Venus was conjunct Neptune and Chiron, March 26, 27, if you're, Virgo type, into the details. But late March, last week of March, this set a new way of perceiving. Some new level of perception was possible. Some new way of opening your heart, of feeling things in a way that you haven't felt them before. And now there's a connection between what's going on this week and what happened back then. So it's time to bring it in, bring it down. What you surrendered to or let loose or opened up to before now goes to the next level. It gets more intense. It gets more sensitive. It gets deeper. And you get tapped into ever and ever deepening, powerful forces that assist you in letting go of old attitudes, old approaches, old ways of thinking. You gotta let it go. You keep on playing those mind games forever, and they're not working anymore. Yeah? There's something beyond, something more that wants to tap you, that wants to touch you, that wants to merge with you, to evolve you, to raise your consciousness. You've got to open up if you want to experience the totality of your full identity. So that's what my advice is this week, is to let go, let loose, go into the wild. Go into the wild. Live on the edge and expand your boundaries of perception. So that ought to be enough for now. Sleep on that one for a little while. All right. Enjoy. Aloha. Namaste. See you next week.